price remains within a certain range. On our EEM position, we are positive theta or long theta, $9.47. That means on average we should collect $9.47 every single day that the EEM remains within a certain price range. On the IWM position, we are long $9.96 or close to $10 in theta. We are positive theta by $10 on a daily basis. In other words, if price remains constant and doesn't dramatically change or go outside of the parameters that we want it to go out of, we will collect an average of $10 on that position alone per day. Our SPY position is also positive theta of about $10.40. As long as the price remains within a given range, we will collect an average of $10.28 per day for every day that we hold this position. These variables, of course, change constantly. And you can see as we've gone through this video, the prices are constantly changing within a few cents. On average, our overall total of all of our theta is a positive $36.20. That means for as long as we hold these positions and price remains fairly constant, we will collect an average of $36.35 on this position. And that's how money is made. Since options decrease in price closer they get to expiration, we should see this theta, our theta position, increase with time the longer we hold this position, given the fact that prices remain relatively stable. When they do not remain stable, that's when adjustments are necessary. And it's really important to understand how to do adjustments on positions that go against you. That's where the real profit in our system is. There's a lot of people who put positions on who do not know how to adjust them. They simply take their losses or take their profits and go home and don't realize that even though some of their positions had a small loss on them, they could have saved those positions. We always want to put on positions that are positive theta. We never want to get into a position in which we are negative theta. When you are negative theta, that means that that's the amount of money that you lose on a daily basis on that option. Let me give you an example. Let's say we go to a stock. Let's take Ford for example. On the May 2008 option, the May the strike price at $9 is selling for 18 cents, and you can buy it for 19 cents. If we were to purchase that option and analyze that position, we would see that right here under price slices, the current position of that option is a positive 30 delta, which means for every point, every dollar that stock goes up, we would make $30, which is good. Our gamma is 30. It's positive because when you purchase calls or purchase puts, they're always positive gamma. However, your theta is a negative 81. In this case, a negative 81 cents. Well, what does that mean? That means that every single day that this price does not move, you lose 81 cents on the price of that option. The fact is that option will actually lose money even if the stock increases to the point where it gets close to the $9 strike that you're buying. So when you purchase a long call option, not only do you have to be absolutely correct in the direction, but you also have to be correct in your timing, because you're losing on a 20-cent option 1.6 cents per day. That's why we always like to be positive theta. We always like to have theta working in our favor, because option prices do decline in price as they approach expiration. The time value specifically will decrease as we get closer to expiration. Let's take a look at Vega for a second. Vega is actually one of the most important components of the variables that affect the price of an option. Vega is the measure of how much a particular option will change in value because of a 1-point change in volatility. It really is the most powerful of all the Greeks. It can dramatically affect the position that you have because of the change in volatility. In the case of our demonstration account, we are a net positive 53 Vega. That means for each $1 change, an increase in the Vega, or the volatility of the market, we will gain an additional $53 in profit. But what is Vega? Vega is measured by the volatility index of the CBOE, whose symbol is $VIX, normally known as the VIX, is a measure of volatility in the market. Volatility of the market goes up, stocks normally go down. When the volatility decreases, stocks go up. The measure of the volatility index is based on the measurement of the number of puts being purchased on the CBOE. The more people purchasing puts, the more fear there is in the market. People are afraid prices are going to decline, so they will go out and purchase puts. The demand for puts increases the levels of volatility, and it's really a measurement, the fear. So as you see, there's a couple of spikes in this chart where the volatility rose to a level that was slightly unusual for this time period. If we go back many years, you can see that these price levels are probably some of the highest that we've seen in over 5 years. This represents a lot of fear in the market. Many more people were buying puts at these points than ever before. Now we've gotten to the point where volatility has come down from approximately the 36 level down to the 19 level. That's a dramatic decline in the volatility levels over the last few months. Let's take a look how it translates into actual market activity. Actual market activity over the past few months has actually done exactly the opposite of the VIX. When people are no longer afraid, they don't buy puts anymore, and the market is actually starting to go up. So it acts opposite of actual market direction. There's the VIX. You can see it's been going down. Here's the Dow Jones Industrial Average. You can see it's been going up. The Vega, as measured as a variable for our option position, should be relatively neutral, like delta. If delta were to increase dramatically, either negative or positively, we would have to take action in order to try to get delta back to a fairly neutral level. The 25 level that we're currently at for delta, I would consider to be a fairly neutral position. I like to be slightly long delta in this environment because the market is going up, but our slight negative position is not going to harm our position that bad to warrant an adjustment. Our Vega position at a positive 53 means that as long as the market continues to rise and we are long Vega, now Vega acts opposite direction of the market. So when the market goes up, Vega goes down. And if you're long stock, what happens to your position when the market goes down? Well, you lose money. So if we are